Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the Rantin Review Pro Wrestling, and this is a quick news break. We're talking today about the state of Bullet Club, and Bullet Club is in a very, very complicated state. They're all over the place. In fact, to some extent, you could even kind of consider Judgment Day, not really, but you could consider Judgment Day in WWE as kind of a variation of Bullet Club, the same way I guess you would consider Evolution was an offshoot of the Four Horsemen. But let's look at Bullet Club proper. And you have the Japanese version of it, the original version of it. We're coming up on 10 years of Bullet Club. It's been 10 years since 2013 when Carl Anderson, along with Tama Tonga, along with Batluck Fale, along with Prince Devitt, also known today as Finn Balor, started the Bullet Club in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Since then, we've had various changes of members of the groups, people coming in, coming out. The focus of the group has changed over times. And of course, the leaders, the most obvious thing, have changed over time. We've gone from Prince Devitt to AJ Styles to Kenny Omega to Jay White, and now seemingly to David Finlay, or have we? Now, Finlay has put his own stamp on Bullet Club, ousting out El Phantasmo, who up until a couple months ago, I thought was the obvious heir apparent to take over for Jay White as the leader of Bullet Club, but that is not going to happen. And as the conflict has gone on between David Finlay and El Phantasmo at Sakura Genesis last weekend found himself on the outs and booted out of Bullet Club. Where he's going to wind up, we don't really know. I don't know if he's going to AEW to become part of the other side of Bullet Club that's kind of unofficial, which is Bullet Club Gold. Jay White, who was last seen in New Japan getting his head bashed in by a shillelagh from David Finlay, who then took over Bullet Club in Japan, has now shown up in All Elite Wrestling, of course, a couple weeks ago. He's teaming with Juice Robinson. Now, interestingly enough, those three guys, Juice, Jay, and David Finlay, in real life, we get the impression that they're all pretty good friends. They're another one of these kind of cliques of groups, again, like the Elite, like the Clique, like the Undertaker's group, and so on and so forth, that came up together and are still friends in the business. They were all young lions back in the beginning of the Western expansion of New Japan some 10 years ago. Now they're all spread out amongst two different companies now. Juice and Jay are now Bullet Club Gold in All Elite Wrestling. I obviously expect that group to grow in size over time. And are they going to be a threat? Is there going to be a defection from New Japan to AEW of El Phantasmo? And El Phantasmo is going to join up with his buddy Jay, and along with Juice Robinson, who he has kind of an interesting past with in New Japan, and become Bullet Club Gold? Or is El Phantasmo going to leave Bullet Club Gold over in New Japan and have an inner faction over there? The other thing that's kind of looming over this is that in a couple months, we have the Forbidden Door show with AEW versus New Japan Pro Wrestling, or ex-New Japan Pro Wrestling. And in that instance, that booking is going to be very curious, because it will be the first time since Jay got thrown out of New Japan that Jay White will be on the same card with David Finlay and Gato. And you'll have the Japanese Bullet Club and the AEW Bullet Club Gold, which at that point in time might have 3, 4, 5 members, who knows. Are we going to see Bullet Club finally, after all these years, we've never actually seen this, but a Bullet Club on Bullet Club elimination match, a 6-man tag, a leader versus leader match. Now, part of me thinks that part of Forbidden Door, it would be kind of appropriate if it was Jay White versus Adam Cole, but they can do that match at any time, given that Adam Cole got injured last year in the match after the Uranagi from Jay White. But that aside, I think probably this year, a more important match to have at Forbidden Door would be some sort of Jay White and Juice Robinson and whoever else is going to be in Bullet Club Gold against David Finlay's Bullet Club, the more serious side. And again, El Phantasmo is the wild card in this whole thing. Where does he fit in? Where is he going to side with? Well, obviously he's not siding with David Finlay, but is he going to go to AEW? Is he going to do an extension of Bullet Club Gold over in New Japan? Is he going to be a face and join Hontai? Is he going to join Chaos? Where is he going to fit at? Because it's very unusual for somebody to not be in a faction in New Japan. Pretty much 95% of the roster is tied to a faction in one way or another. So lots of questions to be answered, and I think this summer even though it's not going the way we thought it would go, and there is a little bit of Bullet Club fatigue amongst the fan base, the story that they've concocted right now, I have some optimism about it. I was kind of lukewarm about it, but now thinking of all the moving parts and seeing what they're doing in AEW and seeing what they're doing in New Japan and seeing Phantasmo getting kicked out, I have no idea where this is going, and I'm kind of interested to see where it's going to go. But that's all I have to say about that. I want to know what you guys think about this. Let your voice be heard in the comment box below. Where do you think we're going at Forbidden Door? Are we going to get a Bullet Club Gold versus Bullet Club Japan match at Forbidden Door? Are we going to see David Finlay versus Jay White in a match at Forbidden Door? Is Bullet Club Gold going to expand? And who might in AEW join Bullet Club Gold with Juice and Jay White? And again, where does Phantasmo fit in all this at this point? Let your voice be heard in the comment box below. Until then, I will see you guys here for more news, rumors, and commentary on the Rantin Review Pro Wrestling. Have a good day.